Welcome back to Miss Cindy's Kitchen. Tonight is going to be another episode of What Are We Having for Dinner? I already had chicken legs in the crock pot, and then we ran by the store to get a couple things, and they had some nice eggplant on sale for $1.25 a piece, and we love fried eggplant. So I thought I'd show you all how we make fried eggplant. So what I have done ahead of time is I have a cup of flour and about 1.5 cups of breadcrumbs, and they're Parmesan flavored breadcrumbs rather than Italian. So I added the Italian seasoning and some garlic salt. So that way we get the Italian flavor in there, and it's got Parmesan, which will make it taste really good. Right now I'm just waiting to make sure that the oil is hot enough. And what we're going to do first is we'll batter it with egg. Get the tongs out here. I think I'll use this little one. So, going to dip it in the egg. And then dip it in the breadcrumb mixture. And then while I'm breading that, I'm going to get a couple more in the egg mixture. That way it goes a little faster. And you want to have 2 separate tools for your egg mixture and your breadcrumb mixture. Yeah, it's just about hot enough. So I'm going to do that. Once I get the pan full of these, we'll put you all on hold for a few minutes while we get the rest of them going. So don't forget to like and subscribe and share to your friends. And give me your feedback and ideas you might like to see on future episodes, because I love feedback.
So you peeled the...
I peeled it and sliced it about 1/4 inch slices, mainly because it cooks better if it's not too thick. Because eggplant can be kind of soggy in the middle if you have it be like 1/2 inch thick slices. I prefer it like 1/4 inch. It just tastes better to me. So we're gonna get these in there.
And you use just some regular old cooking oil, right?
Right. Canola is my good all-purpose oil for baking and frying and whatever else needs cooking oil. That's just personal preference. You could use corn oil, vegetable oil.
Olive oil?
Olive oil too. Olive oil tends to be more expensive. So when you're frying food, you usually use a cheaper all-purpose oil. Olive oil is better for sauteing than deep frying. I like olive oil when I saute zucchini and stuff. So, smelling like it's getting done. So, let me get a couple more in the pan. That nice sizzle of frying food. And in addition to eggplant, we're having some instant mashed potatoes. So we're having an easy dinner, because before work I put the chicken legs in, and I know we've shown that before on a previous episode. But this is actually really easy. I just dumped the chicken legs in the crock pot, stirred them up with some oil and seasonings, set it on 5.5 hours on low, and then when you get back from work, you got dinner. Alright.
So just out of curiosity, could you use the same recipe for the eggplants if you were doing eggplant Parmesan? Just you would use...
Yeah. You would just layer it in a baking dish with some tomato sauce. Or spaghetti sauce. See, it's got a nice crust on it. So now I'm going to go through the skillet and flip them over in the order in which I put them in the skillet.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah. And I love cast iron for frying food. It gives it a nice crust. And oily food or frying is good for the skillet because it helps to season it. So let me get something to put the eggplant on as it's cooking. Alright, get a plate and some paper towels if you want to absorb the oil. And another thing you can do when you're frying food on the stove to keep it hot is to have a pan in the oven, which is what I did with the chicken fried steak. Have a baking rack or a cooling rack over a baking sheet, and you place it in the oven at a low heat of like 200, and it will keep the food hot while you prepare the rest of the food on the stove.
So the chicken fried steak's gonna be a future episode?
Yeah. So next time we get our hands on some nice little steaks like we had before, we can make it. So there's some fried eggplant. So these are mostly done, and I think I'm going to need to turn the stove down a little bit now that it's fully hot, and let those cook a little bit longer, and then we'll get some more going. There's so many really good recipes that we make on a regular basis that when we're fixing them for dinner, we'll bring you guys on and show you what we're having. And then a future episode, soon, we will have some more Disney recipes. So the next up will be Ronto wraps, which is a really nice dinner or lunch wrap from Star Wars Land, which we had when we were at Hollywood Studios in Florida earlier this month. Coincidentally, we were there on Star Wars Day, which was like the world's biggest Comic-Con convention.
It was actually crazy because they were actually selling the special edition lightsaber that people were paying. I think Logan said they were paying like $400 a pop for these.
That's what I heard.
As if a Disney vacation isn't expensive, you're unloading $400 for these, you know, toys. But
This is just what I overheard walking around the parks. I don't know how much they actually cost.
yeah.
Regardless, Disney souvenirs are always an arm and a leg, so.
Yeah, but it's funny, the Florida parks, it's cheaper than the California parks as far as the food.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, that one got a little bit too done. Dahlia, out. You don't need to be below a hot stove. Alright. So we're going to keep frying these, and then we'll bring you back when we've got a few more done. Alright, and we're back, and we cooked all the eggplant, and the last couple pieces are still in the skillet, and I didn't make a pan to bake in the oven as an experiment. So it's still baking. It was just getting tedious frying it, so I figured I could fry half and then bake the other half. So Logan's going to do a taste test.
Ooh, he got a full plate too.
Yeah, and we got ranch.
Chicken and mashed potatoes.
I'll put some ranch on there.
Ooh.
That doesn't look like bottle ranch. Where'd that come from?
Oh, it's homemade ranch. We just didn't have the sour cream, so it's just mayonnaise.
Sorry,
and
I
buttermilk.
just noticed while putting the ranch back on the counter, Dolly got some on her butt.
Here, Dahlia. You want to taste the ranch?
Yum.
And she was
Fresh from her backside.
A piece without the ranch.
All right.
Mm.
What do you think of the
Very,
eggplant?
very good. Let's try
And-
some with that ranch you made.
Tyler, come here.
You don't lose your food.
I won't.
Here comes Tyler. Yeah, Tyler.
Mm.
We're celebrating a big step in both boys today. They each got their driver's permit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know it's a little late for some of these guys, but each of them has had their own personal journey to get to where they can get their driver's permit. So, and it's a big momentous occasion for everybody.
We finally did it.
The days of Dad Taxi will gradually come to a close.
Actually come to an end.
So Tyler, how is it?
Well, you're gonna have to all because part of it's on the floor.
Dahlia's like, cool deal. Drop some more.
I got some. So how is it?
Good.
It's good? Logan?
It's
Very
great.
It's good.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us, and please remember to like and subscribe and share to your friends and give us your feedback. And we will be back with you again soon, as I perpetually forget to close the darn cabinet doors. So pretty soon we'll have some Disney recipes coming up. But have a great evening.
Thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen. To get more recipes like this one, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Share it out to your friends, family, neighbors, and leave us a comment to let us know how this recipe worked for you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen.